Good, beautiful April morning, my friends. We have a few things to plant today. And I want to show you what is all coming up. I know I've already showed you, but things are progressing quickly, and things that I've been tending to are coming up, which is exciting. Yesterday, I went to, so we have like a local feed and garden store here in Gate City. It's very small. It's like one of those super small ones that has like 1 or 2 shelves of plants, and they're usually just edibles. It's like a farm feed store type place. It's a really, really great place. And I usually get tomatoes and a lot of my edibles from there. Last year I didn't, because Mark's friend gave me a bunch of plants. He gave me all the tomato plants I grew, basically. Well, not all of them, but most of them. And this year, okay, so last year I grew, if you remember, I grew right here in this bed. I grew a bunch of green peppers. I grew 3 green pepper plants. Hey, Sage, get over here. Back over there. Trying to follow Jinky. Don't you do it. But in this bed here, I grew, I think it was just 3 green pepper plants, and they provided enough green peppers to last through the winter making dinners. And I just used the last one like a week ago. No, it was not even a week ago. It was a few days ago. All I did was, sorry, I'm walking back around here. All I did was, when they were fresh, I picked them and washed them and put them straight into the freezer whole. I didn't chop them up or anything. And I was kind of unsure of if that was going to be good. They're good if you don't thaw them before you use them. Like, you just take them out of the freezer, let them sit on the counter for a second, and chop them, and then put them in whatever dish you're making. They're perfect. So I wanted to do more green peppers because they lasted so long, and I use them in so much meals that I make. A lot of dishes that I make involve green peppers. So I wanted to kind of double, even possibly triple my yield of last year, because it was great. So I got these Bonnie Bell green peppers. These are sweet green peppers. Right here, bell peppers. I'm not sure where I'm going to plant these this year, because over here we've got onions and lettuce. So I can't put them here because they will crowd. I'll probably have to do them over here in this bed somewhere, or possibly this one right here. We want to do over here because this part of the garden gets full sun. It's shaded from the afternoon sun, but it gets the bulk part of the day, which is why I got such good yields last year. I even can do them up on the hill somewhere, because that gets full sun too. But I kind of want to keep them down here where the deer won't get to them. I'm not sure if the deer will eat the green peppers, but I don't put anything past those deer. So let me show you this bed right here, how beautiful it is looking. I did move a few things around, like I moved some clovers over here. Clovers, they will fix the nitrogen. If there's a nitrogen problem in your soil, they will fix it. And you can really eliminate using any kind of pesticide or fungicide if you amend your soil correctly. Because usually plants become susceptible to diseases and things like that when the soil, they don't have proper nutrients, just like humans. Okay, we are also, beings of this earth. So if something is off, then all of it's off, But look at how good my onions are doing. I just fertilized them again yesterday, using the Neptune's Harvest fish fertilizer. And you can see I've got lots of lettuce. This lettuce is from last year. This is all new seeded lettuce. This is the wildfire and starfighter lettuce. This is the starfighter, this is the wildfire. We have got some fennel, lots of clovers. Oh, look here. The blue chiffon Rosa Sharon. This guy, she does not bloom until late summer. It will be like end of June before this beautiful plant starts to bloom. I have a lot of thistles that I've been having to take out of my garden. I'm trying to actually garden in a way where I'm not removing as much, because obviously if it's here, it needs to be here for some reason. Like that could be like blockage from the deer getting in here. They're not going to want to step on thistles, you know. But we've got big poppies right here. Jenkins. The daffodils are going out. And you can see this bed here, I extended it. This was a lot of work cutting that grass out. But it's worth it because I planted the liatris over here. And then you can see the muscari a lot better. They're a lot more, it's more of a focal point. And we also, I've got a lot of fleabane that grows in my garden. I like to leave it because it's just beautiful. Look at that. And it's always the pink fleabane that I find in my garden. And then over here you can see all of the seedlings that I've planted all coming up. Oh, it's going to be a beautiful spring, you guys. Beautiful summer. The peonies are looking a lot better than they did last year. I'm really hoping we get flowers. They've already got buds on them. So let's go over here to this garden. I moved some of the violas or the pansies out of there. You can just see a lot of the seeds coming up, especially over here, look. These are bread seed poppies, opium poppies, but they're bread seed poppies. They have the big, huge seed heads. They look like rattles. We've got a lot of carrots coming up in here. Look at this. All these carrots. A bunch more other things. I can't really remember what I planted in this garden. But you can see here I bought this bacopa. Put in this bacopa right here. Patchouli will probably come up right here because that's usually where the patchouli is, and it's one of the natives to my region. And you guys, you can really tell the difference in the native plants. The bees love native, they prefer native plants to everything else. Like if I have echinacea, so I have echinacea in my garden and patchouli. You'll see in the summer, they're totally covered with bees. All kinds of bees. Honeybees, big old bees, little tiny flies. Like, it's amazing. It's just amazing. I love it. I used to be really scared of bees before I started to garden. Over here we've got some Valerian. I stupidly thought this was, what was it? I thought it was a walnut seedling last year. And so I pulled it up and I kept wondering, well, why isn't my Valerian coming up? Because I planted it from seed. Well, I did more research and it's been here all along. So this is really good for like calming you down. It's like a mellow you out. We've got the orangiums, we've got alliums. These are some flowers, but I can't remember what they are. Look at the beautiful mugwort, St. John's wort. I've been battling weeds. Well, not really battling because it's an enjoyment. I really enjoy coming out here and pulling weeds. Looks like we're going to have some sunflowers pop up here because of the bird seed. Always welcome. So we've got the echinacea there coming up. We've got some winter savory, yarrow, lemon balm. That's a giant larkspur right here. We got some carrots over there. So over here I planted lots of, what was it? Nigella. I planted a ton of Nigella right here. I also went over to Mark's and got my hazel, or my witch hazel tree. So we've got the witch hazel right here. I soaked it in some water. I had to mend it because somebody stepped on it at Mark's house because it totally blended in with the grass. You totally couldn't see it. So I had to mend it with some tape there, some garden tape. Let's see if any of the beans are coming up yet. So I planted a bunch of bush beans and pole beans in here. I moved some of the daisies over here. Oh, look at this is blooming. The phlox over here are blooming, but also the sea thrift. Look at that. So beautiful. Yes, Jinky. The monarda is coming up. This guy is like a perennial. There's more of this in the garden because I know I planted it from seed. I got a different seed mix from Baker Creek Seed Company. And then the mint back there. Jinky! Little kitty, what you doing up there? Hey! What you doing up there, Sagey? Sage! Go back down. So right here we've got a tea plant. I don't know if this guy's going to come back or not. We will see. It should. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't. Uh-oh, one of the ducks got out. Hey! Go back to your cage, Ducky. Let me help you. Come here. Come here. Come here, Ducky. Right here near the house, we've got the oak leaf hydrangea coming out. And the dappled willow. All of the hostas are coming back up. That duck, I was trying to put it back in its cage, but it wouldn't come to me. It's scared. So I guess we'll have to wait for the neighbor to get home from school so he can wrangle his duck in. So I'm going to be planting this Thai Queen Salvia. This was in the garden last year. I grew it from seed, and I brought it in for the winter. What is that little cat doing? Sage, what are you doing? Sage! Come back over this way. Jinky! Jinky, get over here. Okay, a couple of things I changed around. I put this lantern here. I'm also going to be putting, let me just show you so I don't have to explain it. Well, I'll show you in a minute. I have to go through the house. But right here in this opening, I want to put a gate. I have a wooden gate that I bought from a antique or a flea market in Jonesboro when Mark and I used to go. And I think this spot right here would be a perfect, I just love garden gates. Or I could put it down that way somewhere in the middle or something. I don't know. Maybe right here. I think I could sink like a 4x4 post into the ground. And then I'd have to seal that gate with polyurethane because it's just like raw wood. And then I just think gates are so magical. Or I could put it there. But here it feels more like an entrance. Like more on purpose. And then this bird feeder If you could hear Sage, she's throwing a fit because I brought her inside. Because that other cat was over here and she is susceptible to getting pregnant. She's not fixed yet. We have an appointment this month. Should be actually on Sunday. And look, this lilac that I rooted from a cutting, it actually rooted. It was the only one that worked. But this bird feeder here was up in that tree, and I found it on the ground, so I filled it with food. Come on, you can come out now. Come on. We just had to keep you safe from that big kitty. Yeah, that big kitty was trying to get you. I know it. She loves to hang out and watch bees. Here, she's doing it right now. Jaxie used to do that too when she was a kitten. She still does it, but not as much. There's Jaxie right over there. Dixie, you having a nice day? Oh, look at that fat cat. So let me show you that garden gate real quick. Okay, so you can see it behind the window there. It's a really cute gate, and I want to put it in the yard because that's the whole purpose I got it for. Just look how beautiful all the phlox look. And I put some snapdragons in. And the crabapple is about to bloom. And the neighbors, that's what I love about my house specifically, is my neighbors all around me have beautiful trees, you can see. I don't know what that yellow one is, but it's very beautiful. And then that pink one is a weeping cherry like mine. And then we've got a red bud right there. A couple more yellow ones. Really, really pretty. There's a, I think that's a dogwood or a peach tree over there. I don't really know what that is. It looks like a dogwood. You could see along the highway back there too. You can see all the red buds blooming on the mountainsides. Oh, it's such a beautiful time of year. And the little birdies. Look here, my gladiolus are already coming up. And I put impatience and alyssum in here too. So we'll have like a really tall center plant with a bunch of frilly smaller flowers. And then down here we've got the tulips and everything looking beautiful. All my radishes are coming up. Oh, it's just one of the best times of year. I don't know, it's kind of hard to pinpoint the best time of year to live in this area because every single, like we have 4 distinct seasons every year. And they are all just so beautifully unique and great in their own sense. Like fall has all these beautiful colors. Summertime is just like hot and warm. And, you know, we got the fireflies or lightning bugs, my bad, lightning bugs. We've got all kinds of frogs and animals, and it's just the best. I absolutely love living here in the South, and in the mountains of Virginia particularly. Well, I've not lived anywhere else, so I can't really compare it to, you know, like Tennessee. Even though it's like 10 minutes away, it feels different. It feels a lot more open and wide. Here in Virginia, everything feels like you're in a little cove of your own. which is something I love. Tennessee, it's more like even Kingsport, 10 minutes away. It's like flat and open. You feel more exposed. But here you're just like deeper in the woods, you feel like, and it's so wonderful. One of my favorite places on earth that I've ever been to. And I've been to a lot, mostly just only in America, but you know, so far it's one of the most, it's one of the places that feels like home the most. A lot of the things that I've discovered about myself are innately Appalachian, because I do have, in both sides of my family, I have Appalachian roots, like way back. So I love you all so much. I really hope you enjoyed a look in around the garden, and you see what I've been doing, looking at the cats and everything. I hope you're having a beautiful spring, and I will see you again very soon.